Hi guys. Many people they question me about Manuka honey. What is about the uses? The first uses of the honey actually is not only Manuka but all over the world. People use honey mostly for wounds and stomach ulcer or stomach problem. But actually, honey have uses a lot of stuff, a lot of things you can use honey with a different way, including eating, including skincare or any kind of problem in your body, and even as a dessert and as a food. So honey is kind of all in one because it can use as a food and as a medical medicine. So here's some Manuka honey brands that personally I recommend and I'm using. And actually I have a lot of honey videos and a lot of honey, but many people have the main question: how to eat honey for the stomach ulcer, the quantity, and what is the result. So first thing I want to tell you that whenever you use honey, use regularly. Many people they use honey just for one day, like one time, two time, small spoon, and they're scared to eat, or maybe few days they eat and after they stop it because actually they don't believe. Everyone want to try it only. They don't believe. But if the doctors tell you some medicine you have to eat for 7 day, 5 days antibiotics, but we believe on it and we just continue and we follow the timing and everything. But because there is no doctor recommend to us any kind of stuff about honey, so we have no idea what we have to do with honey. So the one thing, personally, my personally life comes to the honey because of the stomach problem also. I go to the doctor every time and the same problem come out, and the doctors he don't know, because the doctors they have a special medicines and they recommend just change one by one with a different brand and companies, but they continue do the same stuff because they don't know, they don't have any option. They just know about antibiotic and anti-allergy and anti-gastric or this kind of. So what happened, two time I go to the doctor, he write me the kind of same medicine and I say, what the, I mean, what kind of, he didn't ask me my problem. I didn't sleep well, maybe I didn't eat good food, maybe I have some stress, because the stomach problems comes from many different way. But doctors sometimes they even don't care about your food, and just sometimes they okay listen a little bit and okay smile and give you the medicine, don't worry, you will be okay. And but the same thing will happen. That's the reason might be you come on the YouTube and you're looking the videos how the honey cure, because when you fed up from the doctors and medicine and the medicines didn't work, these things happen. Anyway, one thing, when you use honey, if you have Manuka honey is a very good if you can afford it and you can get it. But if you use honey, use every day for stomach at least 3 times. Big teaspoon, two big tablespoon, not the small teaspoon, the big tablespoon. Use 3 times in one day. And morning, early morning, when you wake up, without eat anything, the first thing 2 tablespoon of honey full. If you eat 3 also, don't mind, don't care, don't worry for that. This is not Pepsi. You drink 2 Pepsi every. I see a lot of people early morning they start day from the Pepsi, and because their habit, many people they use start day with the coffee, and the high caffeine is not good for stomach. You can study yourself. Anyway, so use the honey first early morning, and after, before your lunchtime, take 2 tablespoon, and don't eat spicy stuff or something that's not good for your stomach. The cautions, the main thing is the food. You still have to, no medicine can cure you until you didn't care what you're going to eat, what you have to eat. That thing is ultimate. No medicine can cure until you don't have to, you will not take care of yourself. One thing. So, and after the lunchtime, before you go to bed, after your dinner, like after 30 minutes or 1 hour, take 2 tablespoons, full of tablespoon, big spoon. Eat honey with open heart, not with scared. It's cure. It's totally side effect free since thousands years. And personally, I use, my family use. We are very satisfied, and it's amazing and shocking news. But the doctors don't want to tell you because there is a $1 billion business of medicines. If you start using honey, and your body will get cure, who will buy the medicine, who will get the antibiotic. Anyway, there is a lot of things to talk about honey, but okay, the good thing, one thing, if you a morning time, if you eat honey, if you use on the what's say bread toast, so when you put the honey on the toast, and when it's become like a sponge, when it go in your stomach, so when your stomach it squeeze, and the honey will come out, and it will touch the wall of your stomach. And the more I never recommend first, sometime you can use honey in the water sorry, but I never recommend use honey in the water for stomach problem. The reason is honey should stay in your stomach. So the best way honey will stay in your stomach, if you eat with some kind of bread, because the bread don't have any kind of, it's just a flour, and when it goes to the in the bread, and it will be stays there, and then when you eat, your stomach will squeeze, and it will touch to your walls properly. It will be touched to the wounds. Well, that is the best way for after morning, lunchtime, and the night time, after you finish everything, and before go to bed, you just eat 2 tablespoons honey, and you use regular, not for 2 days, at least for 2 weeks, more than 1 week, because it's a natural stuff. This is not antibiotic. It takes a little bit time more, but it will affect really strongly in your body. You don't have to worry that again it will happen. And one thing, the very important thing I want to recommend, use honey and make it part of your life. Don't just use it like a medicine for a few days, because honey have not only one benefit. There's a lot of benefits you can feel in your life, in your body, and you feel active, you feel better, you feel like a healthy, young, and there's a more hidden kind of sickness. They are hidden in your body, different kind of sickness. It will be get cure by the time how regular you use honey. So this is very important thing, because I using honey now is almost 4 years. Sometime I just quit for a while, but almost every day, every second day, third day, I use it, and just quit for a few days and just continue. So especially if I have sickness, it doesn't mean you never get sick. Of course you will get sick, but personally I don't use any medicine. I just use only the honey. So I think for the stomach ulcer cure, there's a few brand from Manuka honey, if you can afford, and if you want to buy from Manuka. So I will recommend, the first is like a Summer Glow is a very good brand, and I mean this is a good honey from the New Zealand. I using many time, and it have very good effect. I think it's not very clear, but then is a Watimata is a good brand, and there is a one is here, I just Convita, that is a very good brand for stomach ulcer, because the more stronger, like 10 plus 15 plus is very good, and MGO is also very good. And if you don't like these brands, so there is a one more brand, it's like a raw honey. This is Manuka raw honey. This is, I like it personally because the taste is very good, and it's just raw honey. And there is another very nice packing, but this one also is a good brand. Legendary is a good one also. So there is a lot of brand on about Manuka honey. There is a lot of stuff, but the thing is, people, they don't use it regularly. If you use regular, you will have a good effect. But the same problem, people like to know about honey, people want to get information, but sometimes they go out of track and they use a little bit, and sometimes they didn't get Manuka honey and they just discard. And don't worry, the local honey, nice local honey in your market or supermarket, whatever is available, you can use it. Manuka honey is a good honey, but it doesn't mean it will supply or support all over the world. It's not like that. You have to use the honey. Honey is the main. I always say, I never promote only the Manuka honey. I always say is use honey, the good honey in your market. For sure you will have it. Every country have a good honey. But okay, Manuka honey taste is good, and they publicity, good advertisement, marketing, yeah, and they make a standard also, no doubt. So yeah, they have, but it doesn't mean in your area, in your market, in your home country, they don't have good honey. Have it, so use it regular and make part of your life. For sure, I will guarantee you, you will be cured and get rid of from lot of sickness and diseases. And plus, you will look younger. You will feel happy, like a bright face and freshness in your body, active, strong. It's not only to cure the disease. There's a lot of vitamins and hidden and secret kind of ingredients in the honey that we only collect. No one can knows that from the fruits and trees. And there's a lot of herbs inside the honey. I mean, 1 spoon of honey, you get thousands and thousands, some kind of secret ingredients that no one can know. Even the doctors and laboratory cannot test that. That is from nature. Because the doctors and laboratories, they are still under education. They are still just trying to find every time new studies come. And just now I was reading the antibiotics not getting effect on the people. The reason is, if I use antibiotic, my father use antibiotics, and I use antibiotics, and in the future my baby will born the same antibiotics, her body will not affect, didn't get effect anything, because she born with the antibiotic kind of like for me, because our generation using antibiotics, and when our next generation will born, the same antibiotic will never get effect on them, because their body, they are born with that, they're used to it. So now the study, I was just looking on internet that the doctor says the new antibiotics never now didn't get effect in the bodies anymore. So they have to find another way. They have to make a more strong antibiotics. But why this thing happened? Because everything is chemical now, and we just using this kind of stuff and become part of our life, and our body getting used to it. So the sickness get more stronger, and the sickness also, they didn't get the other bacteria. They are used to it, and they're born with antibiotics. So how can that antibiotic can kill them? So anyway, this is a long topic, and if I will talk, it takes. So the short is, just use the honey, make it regular. If you can get a good and best honey in the world is Manuka honey or cedar honey, is a very good. But if you can find it, don't have to worry. Just get the honey, whatever in your city, whatever in your country. So that's the thing. So it's the best thing, number one, for stomach ulcer, stomach wounds, or any kind of wounds. Actually, in your, even on your hand, on your leg and your skin. But for stomach ulcer, stomach pain, stomach problems, gastric, digestive system problems, or whatever, it's the best thing ever I find on the earth, on the planet. And I'm using it, and I'm very satisfied personally with the honey. I just tell you, with the honey, not only Manuka. So I don't want to publicity anything. I want to just give you knowledge that just use the good honey and wherever you get it. Don't just be follower blindly. Okay, this honey, so just throw your money there. This honey is good. No, honey, the pure honey, good honey, wherever you get it from, wherever, you just use it. That is the key point. That is the main thing. Thank you.